Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making this beautiful pot of fried rice. It's easy, it's quick, it's delicious. But before we get started, I like to put a disclaimer out there. I am not a professional. In no way, shape, or form am I claiming to be professional, nor am I making this traditionally. So with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and start prepping everything that I'm going to use to make my rice. With fried rice, you have to have everything ready because the process just goes so fast. Everything just needs to be ready. So here I have about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast that I have cut up into small bite-sized pieces. And after I'm done cutting that, I'm going to just put it in a bowl. And then afterwards, we're going to add a little bit of flavoring. Now I'm going to add some soy sauce. Now you do not have to put anything in the chicken, but I'm going to because I like my chicken to have a little bit of, a little bit of salt, a little bit of flavoring. So I added some soy sauce and some black pepper. And then I'm going to add just a pinch of salt, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix this until it's thoroughly combined. And once that's done, I'm just going to put that to the side and move on to the rest of my ingredients. I'm using half of a medium-sized red onion here. You can use yellow onion. It doesn't really matter to me. But I'm just going to go ahead and dice this up. And once I'm done, I'm just going to put this in a bowl and keep it aside. Next is the green onion or spring onion, however you want to call it. I'm just going to go ahead and cut these up. I'm using 3 of them, and once I'm done, I'm just going to put it in a bowl and set it to the side like all the other ones. Next, I'm dicing up my carrots. I use 2 small-sized carrots here. You can use frozen carrots or just buy like a mixed pack of mixed vegetables. It'll work the same. Next, I'm going to beat my eggs. And since I am making quite a bit of rice, I'm using 3 large eggs. I'm just going to crack these and then add a pinch of salt. As you're going to see later, I almost forgot it. But once I crack it, I'm going to add a pinch of salt, beat it, and then set it to the side. Alright, now that all my prep work is done, I have my pot here, or skillet, wok, whatever you're using. I have this on high heat for now. I'm adding in my oil, and I'm going to wait for this to heat up and then come back. Alright, now that my oil and my wok is hot, I'm just going to drop in my chicken. And since I am cooking this on high heat, I'm just going to give this a little bit of a stir to keep it from sticking to the pot. And periodically, I'm going to leave it to cook, but periodically I'm going to come in and stir it just to make sure nothing's burning. And after a few minutes, you see that the chicken has released some water. I'm gonna leave this and just let it dry out, but also make sure to keep the chicken moving. Since this is high heat, we don't want anything to burn. All right, so now that the water has dried up and my chicken is thoroughly cooked, I'm just gonna remove it from the heat and set it aside. Then I'm going to add some more oil to my pot to fry the rest of my ingredients. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of oil and I'm gonna wait about a minute for this to heat up before adding in my onions. Once the onions are in, I'm also adding in my minced garlic. Now, once you put this in, you want to stir it. You also want to keep this moving because garlic burns very fast on high heat. So definitely just keep this moving and let it cook until the onions are a bit translucent, and then we're going to move on. All right, here I'm showing you how cooked my onions are. They aren't fully cooked, but they are turning translucent. So what I'm gonna do is just push this to the side and we're going to add in another teaspoon of oil. Now, granted, you wouldn't necessarily need to add oil, but here was my mistake, okay? I'm gonna be real with you guys. At this point, I should have what am I saying? I should have reduced the heat from high to like at least medium low, because from this point on, like I said, not everything, but mostly the eggs that I just poured in, it started burning because I had my heat on too high and the pot was a bit dry. That's why I added the oil afterwards. But don't be like me. Before you add in your egg, if your pot is too hot, please reduce it to medium heat or at least medium low heat. But afterwards, after I added my eggs, I just scrambled them and I'm just going to let those cook. It's okay if the onions and the garlic mixture gets a little bit into the eggs, that's fine. But once the eggs are cooked, I'm going to push those to the side and I'm going to add in my vegetables. Here I am adding in my frozen peas because that's just what I had in my fridge. Then I'm going to add in my carrots that I cut up earlier. And I'm gonna stir this up. Normally, here's another mistake. I don't know where my head was. As you can see, like I was telling you, the eggs are a bit burnt, but hey, it was still good. But like I was saying, my mistake was I kept forgetting to add ingredients in, because once everything is cooked, you're supposed to just add everything in and stir it. But for whatever reason, my mind, I don't know what I was thinking. But afterwards, I just added in my rice. And this is cold rice from my fridge that I cooked the day before. I added in my rice. Then I'm going to add some soy sauce. Now, I would advise you to use regular soy sauce because this low sodium soy sauce did not do much. I had to add a good amount for it to, give it a little bit of flavor. Then I added in some black pepper. And then I just gave everything a good mix to make sure everything was well combined. And here's another oops moment. Like I said, I was forgetting to add things, but I realized I didn't add my chicken in, so that's what I'm doing now. And after adding it, I'm going to give this a good stir once again. And I'm adding here some more soy sauce because, like I said, that low sodium soy sauce was not really giving me much flavor. So definitely add your flavorings to your desired taste. And next, what I'm showing you here is just the burnt egg I was talking about before. But it was still good. We couldn't even taste the burnt flavor. But The last thing I'm going to do now is add in my spring onion or green onion. I never know what to call these things, but I'm just going to add that and just let that cook for like a minute or two. You don't need to overcook it. And that's it, guys. That's the simplest fried rice recipe that you could ever make. It's quick, it's easy, it's delicious. It's something to make when you're really hungry and you don't really have much in your fridge. Just make some fried rice. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And also, I want to thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers.